Hello everyone, we're at Quilker Farm with Artie Bird Australia with Cheryl Cook, where we visited once before to do an alpaca piece of wall art. And this tutorial, Cheryl's prepared something a little bit different for us. Do you want to talk us through what we have?
Well, again, it's virtually 100% alpaca, 6 layers thick, and on top with a decorative layer. So I've included some half felt, actually full felts, which have just flopped up the back so that they'll grip really nicely. Some hessian, just to make it difficult.
Thank you. We like difficult.
There you go, there you go. And some of the threads from the hessian as well in the sides. And up the top of the trees, virtually, is a mixture of cotton scrim, wool, paper, and just to make it pretty.
All right. Do you normally felt with hessian?
I do.
And how does that?
You get this really interesting textural thing happening. So I've left it quite loose on each of the sides down the hessian, and that the wool comes up and grabs that really nicely. And you do get this lovely little humply bumply sort of effect.
Humply bumply. Okay. We haven't come across humply bumply before.
It's a very technical term.
It's a technical Australian term.
That's it.
Peculiar to our culture.
So all I've done at this stage is just wet it down, and I've just rubbed the top a bit just to make sure that all the pieces are set and don't move.
And how many layers of alpaca?
There's 6 layers of alpaca, plus the decorative layer.
Plus the decorative layer. And the decorative layer is quite thick. That's fully felted.
That's fully felted, yeah.
And you say you roughed up the back a little bit?
Yeah, if you just get a like a dog's comb or anything like that, and you just rough the back up, and they'll actually then connect really nicely.
Okay. Well, we have no idea what we're going to be doing with this, so we're just going to make sure it's moist enough. Put the top plastic on. Get it on the roller. I'll start with my usual defaults of 2 forward, 2 reverse, and we may do 1,000 rolls, I think, before we take it off and have a look and see what's happening. So why don't we do that?
Hey.
Okay, I'm putting it on rolling. It's a new item. The default 65% speed, 2 revolutions forward and 2 backwards. It's a very even roll. It's very easy to take up on the drive roller. So I'm going to very quickly crank up the speed to 85%. 80, 85. And I don't anticipate any problems with this piece at all. It's not too heavy. We shouldn't get any sag of the alpaca woolen piece. We have 2 dogs in the studio. I'm not sure that's a good idea. Terrorising the place. And pushed it up to 100 speed. I think what we'll do is 1,000, the way I've taken it up.
Okay, do 2
Then
now.
I'll take it up from the other end and do another 1,000. And then we might do an inspection after a couple of thousand and see what's happening. Okay, I've taken it up from the opposite end. We just put it straight back on the roller. We're just going to continue, do another 1,000 rolls, and then we'll take it off and have a look. We may take it up side to side after that, but we'll see what it looks like after the second run of 1,000.
What a waste of 2 days. I lost 3 kilos. And you couldn't have lunch till you were at a certain point, so I had to keep rolling through lunch.
I'm always the last to finish, whenever I do a workshop.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm the one ruining the group photos.
I know, it was just shocking.
Showing unfinished pieces, just to bring them home with
All the UFOs.
I think it both. I remember one time I did
I want to point out a bit of distortion or pulling in, or what I call scalloping, occurring. The reason that's happening is because I didn't put a cover sheet around the material, and the elastic band was located in this position holding the material firm, and the elastic band was in the middle holding the material firm, but where it wasn't being held, it was hitting the idle roller because there was a little lip or a bump, and as it hits the idle roller it distorts or gets pulled in. It's quite easy to massage it out, but it does help, and it's a good trick to wrap that protective layer around your felt, and it'll stop the material from hitting the idle roller and distorting in the center. We're just looking at what we had as a scalloping effect previously. The difference being this time round we've put a protective layer of plastic around the drive roller to soften the edge, to soften the lip of where the material ends, so it's not getting pushed back by the idle roller on the forward or reverse motion. And because it's got a much softer continuous edge and a soft lip, we don't have that scalloping effect occurring. Alright, I've taken it up sideways on the roller, and I'm going to induce a little bit more work by changing the forward and reverse cycles to 1 and 1, so it'll oscillate a bit more frequently, and it's a very stable piece, so I can kick the speed up pretty much straight away. And we're doing 1 and 1 revolutions, so as you can see it's just oscillating a little bit faster, which will induce a bit more work into the wall. So we're going to fill it now. We think it's felted well enough. Cheryl, what are you hoping for in the filling? You just want to shrink it a little bit? What do you be looking for?
Really just to, cohesively bring it together without actually shrinking it too much. Because I really like the line of the trees and that sort of thing. So it's probably all about creating texture where there's some fabric. So a bit of a balancing act between the two.
Alright, well that's easy enough to accomplish because the filling generally goes slowly in the beginning, and so we can do it a little bit at a time, have a look, see where we're at, and we won't overfill it. And what we'll do is we'll sort of concertina it up to get it in a new filling bag. Purpose built for the job. We dropped it in our drum. And nothing much will happen in the first couple of hundred, so it's probably safe to do 200, maybe just check if it's safe. So we're going on to the filling cycle. It's 500 cycles, 65% speed, and away she goes. We'll kick it up to 75% speed, we won't go any quicker than that. Typically 75 is all you'll need. We'll do 200 and then we'll just check that it's not tangled. then we might take it up to 300, and then we'll take it out and have a look and see where it's at. If we take it out any earlier than 200, nothing will have happened, nothing visible. So, tumble, Cheryl. So if you want to have a look and see if there's any discernible difference.
Oh.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, you grab those corners and just pull them out a bit.
Plastic off
Thank you.
Oh, it's going to have beautiful texture in it. Oh, yum, yum. Oh, I get excited. He gets excited and I felt.
I get excited.
You do. Now, one thing that we can point out to the viewers, we concertinaed it in that fashion, and it shrank
That way.
in that fashion. If we'd have concertinaed it in this fashion, which we could do if we wanted to, it will shrink in this direction.
Yeah, but I think for this exercise, I'm actually really loving the texture sort of going this way, and I'm
Yeah.
not so worried about that, the perspective of it. This is creating some really delicious events here.
So that's had 300 rumbles, which is not many, but it's certainly made a
It
difference.
certainly has, yeah.
We've gone about 1.5 centimetres in this direction,
Yeah,
but 5 centimetres
in that.
in the direction that we concertinaed the bundle.
My preference now, if I was doing this just me, I'd concertina it from this side, because that was the side we did it from, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that we've got that more even, without worrying about the perspective, because I think the way it is, the design will actually suit longitudinal as well as, you know, more perspective.
And if you wish to do that.
Yeah.
And we can either do it with plastic on or with plastic off, but if anything, it just stops it from sticking to itself.
Yeah, I like the security of plastic on top.
If there's any reason to do that. It's quite dry because the plastic doesn't want to stay.
Yeah, do you want
So
more
we can-
water, or are you happy
Yeah.
with that?
No, I think we'll splash it down.
So how do you judge how much water it needs?
In general, fulling needs a bit of water.
Yeah. But see, for me, yeah, I'd probably use more water. I'd heat it up at this point as well.
If you want to shrink it more or shrink it faster, you can put warm water or hot water,
Yeah.
warmish water on. Joan,
You don't need to worry
Tends
with
to-
the fulling machine, do
no,
you?
Joan tends to prefer to shrink it slower,
Yeah.
which gives us more control because we can stop it more often and say, well, is
Yeah.
that where we want it to be?
Whereas when you do
Whereas
it by
when you do it-
hand, you've got an immediate response.
And if we were to throw warm water at this and chuck it in the fulling drum,
Yeah.
it could shrink
Yeah.
really rapidly, and it'd be out of your control.
Yeah. Okay, so
So
that's really
the
good to
cold
know.
water just allows it's going to full slower,
Yeah.
which means you've got more opportunity to intervene and pause it where you want to pause it.
Yeah. Cool.
So if you want to concertina that.
Okay, so But you look like, just look at the delicious way the trees have, it's really worked well with the design. It's worked beautifully with the design.
They've become more bulbous as it's shrunk.
And this is exactly how, you know, this comes out. This is how it works.
Some of the fibres are a little bit loose.
Yeah.
You mentioned you weren't overly concerned about
No, that sort of thing doesn't
that. It
doesn't worry me.
tends to happen.
Yep. Because it depends what I've laid them over. If I've laid them over each other. Oh, yeah.
No.
It just makes my mouth water. You know, look, you've got all the texture there happening with that. You've got the thickness and the ups and downs. You've got that, you know, your hessian starting to work really beautifully with the textural elements. I'm really thrilled. That's even better than I imagined. Oh,
So,
really impressed.
good.
I love it. I'm so excited. I can hardly wait till mine comes.